Hello everyone, I'm Platypus 2.0. That's right, all here. This platypus is all here in your glory. And this is actually going to be the first episode of a weekly series called Through the Eyes of a Platypus. So what this series is going to entail is I'm going to essentially tell you something about something. You're going to learn a little bit about my views on something, and I'm going to show you essentially a little scene, if you will, about that particular something. This week is going to be Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. Now, up until a few weeks ago, I'd never seen Game of Thrones. I'd kind of avoided it. It was one of those shows that everyone hyped up to the point where I stopped caring. I was like, oh, you know what? It's so overhyped. Like, what do I need, or what I get from watching it? Well, when hanging out with friends while I didn't have internet access, I, after 3 episodes of Game of Thrones, discovered I needed to know more, and then it just became an addiction. But there is one thing that I didn't really care for, and that was how Jon Snow died. Honestly, I think it should have happened way earlier than it did. So what I'm about to show you is how I think Jon Snow should have died. Some heads up going into this. 1, there's going to be some closet cosplay. 2, judge as harshly or as little as you want. If I was in your shoes, I probably would as well. And 3, please enjoy. You could never kill me, Ygritte. You know nothing, Jon Snow. But I do know one thing. When the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie, that's a move. You're good at 3 things, Jon Snow. Fighting, using your tongue, and looking like a whiny little baby who just had his favorite toy taken from him all the time. I can find another who uses his tongue, Jon Snow. Goodbye. You could never. Alright, now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, 1, that was super low budget. 2, was he just using t-shirts as wigs? That's kind of lame. And 3, the angle I chose was one where I could make the most out of my particular closet cosplay. But in the scenario where Ygritte would have actually killed Jon Snow in the north, as made plain by the markers, that's like everything about the background there was very much the north. Let's be real. But in the case where she actually did kill him because Jon Snow actually knows nothing, I've left behind a huge plot hole. And you're right, I have. If Jon Snow dies at Ygritte's hand, how would Samwell Tully, or Tarly, be sent to become a maester? I know, but I've already thought this through. Samwell Tarly goes on to become a maester because he is the one who watches the love of his life, Ygritte, die at Castle Black. And there you have it. Plot hole discovered, plot hole removed. That is going to be it for this first episode of Through the Eyes of a Platypus. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. It really does help out a lot. And if you like this video and want to see more by me, subscribe. That'll keep in loop for all future content. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, I'm assuming you hated everything about this video. If you're a Jon Snow fan, I'm assuming you hated everything about this video. Rest assured, this is just an opinion, and that is only mine and mine alone. Have a great weekend, everybody.